Hello everybody. So this is Ishika Mishra and today I will be sharing my interview experience of Cognizant. Basically, I'm going to share my whole journey, how exactly from step 1 to the last step of interview I go through all of this. So welcome and let's start with that. The first round is communication round. In that round, they will be testing your pronunciation, reading ability, writing ability. So this is basically a simple English test where they actually wanted to know your conversation and how exactly you proceed with the information. So it's very basic and common that we all qualify this round. Just like the students who participated with me, they all qualified this round. So it's very basic and pretty easy round. You all can qualify this one. And if you wanted to know a little glimpse about this, you can actually check it on YouTube. There are a lot of videos uploaded where you can see what kind of questions they ask. Just watch that video once and you will be well sorted for that one. Then the next round is aptitude round. In that round, they will be let's basic like in the aptitude section there will be two portion. The first one is a basic aptitude and second one is a game based aptitude. In basic aptitude, they will be testing your basic abilities like arithmetic, logic, these kind of stuff. Approx 30 questions were there and you need to solve in 30 minutes. At my time, there was like 28 questions were from the basic aptitude and 2 questions were data interpreted. One and after that, the game based aptitude. In game based aptitude, there will be approx 7 to 10 games. Like I'm not pretty sure about that one, just because I appeared for this test before 4 or 5 months ago. And in the game based aptitude, they will be testing your what kind of levels you're qualifying, just because after getting one game you will need to qualify the levels, how much levels you qualify. On the basis of that, they will be going to give you judgment. So if you wanted to know what kind of games they play, you can check it on YouTube. Just like me, before even appearing for this round, I had checked on YouTube. I check every kind of game what is available on YouTube and even though practiced, so that I can improve my accuracy and efficiency. And just I was pretty lucky, approx 2 or 3 games were different and rather than all of them are same, which I had actually seen from the YouTube. So that was pretty easy and I did well in that game. And after that, we are having technical round. In technical round, you are going to have like a 2 SQL question, 2 programming question, and 1 is question from development, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript question. The first one is there are this round is totally dependent on clusters. Like I had selected 2 clusters. The first one is Java cluster and the second one is a C# cluster, because of the package I had selected and I didn't know any stuff for C#. So that was a problematic. Like I got assigned to the C# cluster. That was very problematic when I tried to learn C#, but how can I just in 2 or 3 days I cannot learn whole language. That was complicated. At the day of the test, what because I code in Java, so what I did, I solved both SQL questions in very different manner. Like they were pretty not easier side. If you had practice, you can get that, but if you had not practice, that would be complicated for you. So I had solved both SQL question and programming none. In C#, I had solved none, no questions, but that development part was over. Like I did development one, and I got the interview call. So it doesn't mean if you had not solved the coding question, just because of the language barrier, they're not going to give you an interview call. So be clear with that. Just go with the flow and let's see what exactly happening. After that, I got the call for interview. An interview was a little like a realistic example where I had tried each and everything. Let me share. If you have a little more time, I would really love to share a story, just because the story is so funny, even though I laugh at all. The story is at the time of my interview was scheduled at the day of my exam. मैं उस टाइम पे 8 सेमेस्टर में थी और मेरे 8 सेमेस्टर में जिस दिन मेरा एग्ज़ाम था उसी दिन मेरा इंटरव्यू था. और अगर AKTU में हो आप तो आपको पता है कि 12 बजे हमारा एग्ज़ाम ख़त्म होता है और मेरा इंटरव्यू स्केड्यूल था 12:30 पे. एंड जो एग्ज़ाम था मेरा वो यूनिवर्सिटी एग्ज़ाम था, मतलब हमें दूसरे कॉलेज जाना पड़ता है एग्ज़ाम देने के लिए। मैं इवन दो मैं एग्ज़ाम लिख रही हूँ, मेरे बैक ऑफ द माइंड ये चल रहा है कि हाउ एग्जैक्टली आई एम गोइंग टू अरेंज ऑल ऑफ दैट, बिकॉज नेटवर्क जैमर लगा देते हैं लोग कॉलेजेस में, तो नेटवर्क का इतना इशू होता है। पूरा सब सोच रही हूँ, लिख रही हूँ, दैट वॉज लाइक आई कैनॉट फॉरगेट दैट डे। जिस दिन मैं पेपर लिख रही हूँ, दैट वॉज सो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। पेपर में क्या ही लिखा है, ये मार्क्स देख के मुझे समझ आया जब मैंने 60 मार्क्स मैंने स्कोर किया उस सब्जेक्ट में। प्रॉब्लमैटिक था, बट ठीक था। तो क्या हुआ, सीन ये था कि मेरा 12 बजे एग्ज़ाम ख़त्म हुआ और मैं जो भागी हूँ, मतलब भाग मिल्खा वाली स्पीड में मैं भागी हूँ। बैग लिया, लैपटॉप लिया, सब कॉर्नर ढूंढ रही हूँ कहाँ बैठ के एग्ज़ाम दूँ, क्योंकि नेट चल ही नहीं रहा। सब ढूंढने के बाद मेरे साथ मेरे फ्रेंड्स ढूंढ रहे हैं, मुझे कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है। एट द एंड मैंने एक किसी बच्चे को वहाँ से बुलाया जो उसी कॉलेज में पढ़ता था, एंड आई हैड टोल्ड हिम, आई हैड टोल्ड हर, वो लड़की देख, आई हैड टोल्ड हर कि प्लीज़ मुझे कोई एक स्पॉट दे दो जहाँ नेट चलता हो। एंड शी सेड कि लैब चले जाओ। वो मुझे लैब ले गई है, एंड मैं वहाँ जाके खड़ी हूँ मैम से कि मैम प्लीज़ मुझे लैब में बैठने दो, बस 1 घंटे का काम है। एंड शी वॉज लाइक हमें लंच करने जाना है, हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है। एंड लकीली बहुत ज़्यादा कन्विंस करने के बाद देवर लाइक कि आप लेटर लिखो, एप्लीकेशन लिखो, फिर हम आपको देंगे। मैंने कहा सर मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, और अगर से मैं यहाँ इन्वेस्ट करूँगी तो बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा। लकीली उन्होंने सुना और मुझे इंटरव्यू देने का चांस दिया, और मैं 10 मिनट लेट हो गई अपने इंटरव्यू में, क्योंकि नेटवर्क कनेक्शन ही नहीं है, चल ही नहीं रहा है मेरा नेट। जब मैं एंटर हुई, ही वॉज फुली डिवस्ट्रेटेड, लाइक हाउ कैन यू एंटर इन इंटरव्यू आफ्टर 10 minutes, आई वॉज वेटिंग फॉर यू। आई टोल्ड हिम सर दैट वॉज problematic, आई एम नॉट even trying to do all of this, that actually happened incidentally. And he was like calm down, we are going to take your interview. That time he has already opened the Java compiler, and I was like भगवान ने बचा लिया मुझे शीशा से. And he was like you code in Java, and I said yes sir. He started asking me why you had chosen Java, so वही घिसा पिटा answer, just because it's very secure language and it's compiled and interpreted language, so we can run it on any operating system. सब बताया मैंने. And after that he straight come to a point like explain me oops concept. And the twist is explain this to a little kid. I did. I pretended like I was happy with that. And after that, he asked me, give me the crux, like main difference between encapsulation and abstraction. I did that just because I was so prepared for this all. I did well. And after that, he asked me a coding question. Guess what? It question was palindrome. Yes, palindrome. Check this. This particular sentence is palindrome or not. From semester 1 we used to practice this, so I did it. And he asked me, the twist was he asked me everything, like in Java we used to follow syntax public, static, void, main. So he asked me what is exactly mean by public, and then static, then void, then main. So I had told him like in public means static, public means access modifier. So he asked me what exactly the importance of access modifier, why we use it, what are the kinds of access modifiers. So he goes deep in that, जैसे मैं कुछ बता रही हूँ, and after that he goes straight deep into that. So I said okay, I knew this concept. And he asked me what is this keyword static means here. So I told him like no return type, something, everything. I did it well. And after asking everything from that code, he asked me, do you know SQL? I told him, like he asked me what is a full form of SQL. I told him structure query language. He asked me what exactly they mean by structure, what is a query, and why we call it as a language. After explaining this, so this I after giving this interview, I was like, it was basic, but basic with a twist. Like he was not asking any tell me the full form and you all well sorted that. He asked me why this full form. So that was like pretty interesting. So I explained him, and after that he asked me tell me the commands. So I told him like ddl, dml, ddl, dml, dcl, tcl. He was well sorted. And after that he asked me tell me yes, do you know sets? I said yes, and he asked me tell me the difference between union and union all. I told him like union we have unique elements. So he asked me what are other ways to find unique element. I told him like distinct keyword we use. And after that he asked me one question like I wanted to add another new column to my table, and that name should be different. I wanted to give it new name. So I told him like we use the as keyword to change that, and he was okay with that. And after that he asked me like in development portion he asked me in like what are the qualities of HTML5, and like what is the difference between div and span, how we give styling in CSS. That was a basic question I was able to answer. Some of the development question that I had not answered, like some indexing, just like we used to know that Z index we used to do to actually portray image on an upper side something. He had asked me some critical question. I was not able to recall that question even. So I said, sir, I am not that deep into that particular technology. And he said, okay, you are going to learn just after joining a company, so it's not problematic, you know the basic. And I was pretty ready. Like at the end he asked me, what are you comfortable with the location? He had offered me two locations, Chennai and Coimbatore, and I was like, I'm ready, sir. He asked me, will you able to join a company in 2 weeks? I said, yes, sir, just because I'm over with my exam and I need to go back to my college. And sorry, I need to go back to my home, so I can easily join the company. And he said, okay. And I was like, ले लो company में ले लो मुझे. At the end I was having this reaction just because I'm okay with everything. So I said, well done, you performed well in the interview. Just I had asked him question how exactly my performance was and what I need to improve so that I can do well in your company. So he told me like, you are good with the basics, just upgrade yourself with the current knowledge and try to learn every day. This is a single thing that you can do to actually enhance your own self. So I was pretty ready and I was confident like I'm going to get the offer letter. Luckily I got it, but अभी तक मेरी joining नहीं आई है. Hope so, and best of luck to you all, just because it's good company.